Yo, Corner Creators, we're proud to present Corner JUTA De Beer live experience. To join us on this beautiful occasion, all you gotta do is purchase a ticket for $100. Yes, prices do go up the longer you wait. But most importantly, our event will consist of a live panel from industry experts and live performances from your favorite creators. And more than anything, come meet everyone in the creative circle. All on us, Corner JUTA De Beer. See you there on the 16th of April, Hallmark House, Johannesburg.
You don't need all the things that they say you need, all these material things to like achieve your dreams. You can actually work with what you have. If you want to host a house party and have your friends rap at it, if you want to, make a record, or you can buy the studio equipment, you can work with what you have and do your best.
From Corner JUTA De Beer, imini nomsindisi wesizwe, umvelisi ngomelisi wesizwe, formerly known as Lwazi Madonsela, bringing you a show about creative entrepreneurs live from the landmark that not only birth SA street culture but also formalize the street hustle. On today's episode, we have
Notbenjamin.
Corner JUTA De Beer, special edition. Thank God for the savings. Today we have Msindisi who, to those who don't know, like a savior. I think today we have the man who carried hip hop, saying in his own right. Notbenjamin. So this is not Corner JUTA De Beer.
That's on brand. That I interact. I'm happy to be here, bro. Haven't done an interview in a while.
Oh, awesome. Look at us. We really,
You got me the first time this year, I think. This is the first one of the year.
Yo, I'm going to gatekeep Notbenjamin at least for the first quarter. Then y'all can have him after that. Y'all going to chill a bit because I know it's about to come something crazy.
Best believe.
A lot. I think the most interesting thing I've learned about you whilst researching you, asking people about you, right? Like, you a selfless dude. Like everything you do, you like a piano act. You don't do paperwork. It's purely on that relationship. Like, yo, I respect you, respect me. I provide, you provide.
1,000%.
What got you to that point? Because a lot of people's like,
I think it's just the passion for music, I enjoy making music. I enjoy spreading music, sharing music. So that's where it started, was with the music.
Yeah.
So when it started becoming about other things like events and, bringing artists together, etc., that was through the music as well, because my first album was named Notbenjamin and Friends. And that was named after my first event that I started doing. So I started hosting events called Notbenjamin and Friends because of the music I was working with. And I was like, they could be on stages with the right audience, because I was seeing that the shows we were performing for people that don't know us, this and that. So I was like, let me just do my own shows. So I was putting Blackie and Lucas and everyone on stages there at Third Place at the time in 2020. And that was Notbenjamin and Friends. And then the album. Yeah, cool. Just at the end of it, I caught it there at the worst time to start eventing. That's when I started. And then I hosted the album, Notbenjamin and Friends, which is the same name as the event. So it's about like taking these artists and putting them on a platform which is tangible. How you can hear my events when you listen to the album. That's how it is at the events. So they're named after each other in a way. So then that followed up with, after the album, that like allowed me to do a whole lot more events, because now I was with Sony and this and that, and the connections that I had with artists allowed me to, host a whole lot more events. And I realized that it's not really about me, and it never was. That's why it's always been Notbenjamin, It's about everyone else and like the community and building, making music, sharing it. It's all about that.
You build a community during COVID, Third Place, you're doing your thing. You have these acts, right? Now you move and start collaborating with a venue.
Yeah.
Like Mangrove started to be known that first,
for sure.
First of the month,
You
definitely got street fit, hip hop way. How do you set up that culture? Because you brought Pretoria to Joburg.
Yeah.
Remember now, rap is no longer in Joburg. The capital of the country is the capital of hip hop. And we actually believe the gangster rap right now.
Yeah.
So how did you create the relationship between you and Mangrove at the time?
So with Mangrove, what's cool is that, I don't know if you know Tepo, but I know him. We ran a studio. Yeah, we ran a studio together so when I was hosting at what's it called? Third Place.
Yeah.
We had a studio upstairs at the time, just before COVID, but COVID shut the studio down. But I was running the studio with Nebs, Smanga, and Tepo. And then a couple other people were running it together. And then COVID happened, closed the studio down. Then I started hosting events. Then Tepo told me he's here at Mangrove. Then I said, I'm going to come check it out when I get the time. Then at the beginning of last year, I went for a meeting there or something. Then I saw the space. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Then I bumped into Tepo there and I said, yo, bro, let's do that thing. Because he's been asking me to host that. He said, okay, let's plan it. Started discussing discussing ideas, names, etc. He said, this is Mangrove Street. I said, why don't we just call it Street Fest one time, Matches with your brand, matches with mine. It was like a 50-50 with the venue type of thing. And because of that relationship, they were looking for the youth kind of coming into their venue. I had the youth on my side. So it was a good collab and allowed me to host, it allowed me to have a venue and do what I had been doing all along, really. But now in a home ground.
The main question for anyone, like, they always said, right? It's like, you one of a few events that actually weren't sponsored, like, at all. Most events, like, you'll see, and nothing. Also, sponsors come here. We want to sponsor. Hey, we want those podcasts that don't have a sponsor. But you're not sponsored, right? They had all. When you're sitting back, you're looking at it, how did you actually be able, because your lineups are not play. Yeah. You didn't have a DJ we don't know. Your lineup was a real lineup, people with real streams, people who performed festivals, people who've toured globally. Yeah. How did you create that community with these acts where you're like, yo, A-Reese is here?
Yeah, that's through the music.
Because A-Reese don't just perform anywhere else.
Yeah, for sure. So same place I said it all started with the music. You know what I mean? So when I'm working with artists, for example, with Notbenjamin and Friends, the album, there's 30 plus artists on there, right?
Yeah.
And I wasn't planning to make an album when working with those artists. I was just working with them over the years, over 4 years. So I'd be in Cape Town, Joburg, Pretoria, whatever, working with artists all over. And
no paperwork.
Yeah, no. But the paperwork, so for my album, when I put the album together, then we do the split sheets.
Yeah.
I have a publisher and all this. I'm straight with that stuff. I make sure, even if I produce for someone else. But the point is that I've been doing all the production for free.
Oh.
So, and it's chill, not like
charging for a beat. Let's work. Let's understand.
Yeah, and then we mutuals, and then we become bros. You know what I mean? So now, when I host an event, I can say, come perform. Because they're going to come perform the song that I made for them for free. You know what I mean? I can't pay them to perform the music that I made in my studio for free type of thing. So it's that type of relationship. So it's not a weird thing. It's like a general understanding. It's not like you need to come perform for me, but it's like, yo, like you want to be on stage. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, there is also budget needed because there's artists that I haven't worked with that I want to headline, you know? Yeah. And so usually what I do is I get a budget. I'd be able to pay for a headliner usually. And then the supporting acts are artists that I actually want to help and put them on stage. Sure. And even whether they're big or small or whatever, they're usually very keen to perform, you know? Even with Reese, he's been on 2 Street Fest stages. The first time, paid nicely. The second time, it was still a transaction, but it wasn't as deep as the first time because now also our relationship has built. People, I've DJ'd at his things, we've become bros. We have lots of music, you know what I mean? So it's that type of thing. But ultimately, the eventing came together because I had done all this music for free and happily, because it's a passion. So their passion is performing. I'm putting them on stage, you know what I mean? So it's things that worked hand in hand with each other. Being a producer, often we feel like we're getting messed over in the game and like we're getting used and we don't get paid. But if you're smart, you can flip that. You can make use of it in your own way. Luckily, I started hosting events. If I didn't, there must have been some other way that I need to figure it out. But I got my money back or whatever in the form of putting artists on stage, So connection-based, very much connection-based, but also work-based. It's like work transactions. Creative currency is the word. That's literally the word, like creative currency. Like I'll do this for you and then you'll do that for me. Like before we had money, that's how we had to trade.
The king of bartering.
This now we're bartering with our talents, with our creativity,
Now Mangrove is closed. What's the next move?
So when Mangrove closed, that was such a sad time for me because that was our first sponsorship that came through, which was Stimroll.
Dang.
That was the first time. So now the money's up and the bow's gone. Bowed to, but now the venue's gone. So I had to find a new venue. So I'm running around. That's changed that venue. Then I moved to 99 Juta. It was too small. And we tried the other place. And then
because in lone hip hop.
Exactly.
You are the hip hop capital.
So it was deep. And now it's like the week of the event. And then I found a venue,
Shit.
In the week. Then I had to change it to the Sunday. So I had to let everyone know, yo, it's on the Sunday. Then that made things weird with the sponsor and this and that. But luckily, Stimroll still stayed on board. And now it's in Maboneng. So now I'm probably going to move all my operations to Maboneng. I found a new, not a new venue. My venue guy, he's gotten me venues in Maboneng before.
Yeah.
He's leased Arts on Main. So now I'm just going to move all my operations to Arts on Main, probably everything. And I'll do like underground here in BRAAM, certain events. But yeah, in terms of venues, it's very tough to find like viable spots in BRAAM.
Especially for the capacity work.
Capacity, for price range, because I would do it here at
13th floor.
Playground. Yeah, or even right here. Yeah, but even playground.
The beer. Yo, Kona Juta De Beer Street Fest.
Street Fest coming soon. We'll do like an unplugged version or something.
Hip hop.
Yeah, what I'm saying? We can do like a, where they come with the Like the cannot jokes that are
Sponsors, yo,
sponsors
sponsors.
come through for.
How do you get Stimmerol?
So Stimmerol is through, I mean, I guess just communication, people on the inside, you know. I actually don't know. It's through, I don't know how to explain it. It's just them contacting, I think, but Stimmerol's one of the, I'd been hitting up sponsors every month, right? So from the first one, we hosted the first one.
For the kid at home, how do you get up a sponsor? Because maybe you're rusting for a nice job.
Yeah.
When school closes,
Yeah.
always nice.
So we have to make a proposal first. So Street Fest, right? Street Fest is hosted in BRAAM. It's a monthly event, first Saturday of every month. Usually hip-hop artists featuring these types of artists. You know, all the info. What we need from you is, I don't know, 10K or whatever, or we need that. Maybe some, if it's a Valpre or whatever, then we need 100 bottles or whatever. You know what I mean? You ask what you, and then you say what you offer. We're offering POS or whatever, product placements. You can have an activation space. You can communicate with the new market in the youth, basically. So it's about stating what you need, stating what you can offer, and having it all like easy to read. And then shopping everywhere to hit up everyone you know. So before the first Street Fest event, I'd already hit up Stimmerol. I'd already hit up, like, I'd find everyone on Flying Fish, Registel, just through connections, just through people I know. I'd ask around, ask people you know. My sister was in alcohol for a period, so I asked her who she knows in alcohol, how many people we could contact that side, send the proposals there. My ex-girlfriend, she was in in the industry kind of, so I'd ask through whatever, her agency, us there, then another friend and another friend. So it's about just asking everyone you know. And you know, like I know, and for this whole, there were 8 Street Fests last year, right? And out of all of them, every single month, I'd send out maybe 10 proposals. Every month, and I didn't get one single one, you know, not one.
Final one.
Until Stimmerol came, but they were I hit them up before the first one. Yeah, so it took 8 Street Fests before Stimmerol came on board with what they came on board with. And I appreciate it nonetheless.
What keeps you on board? What keeps you going? We do the first one, bleed money. We make some money, but I'm still bleeding money.
Nah, I ain't make nothing. I lost a lot.
You do 7 Street Fests, bleeding money. 8th one, you get the assistance, but now you have the venue problems, which probably means you still
lost money. I only made money at the one, like real money. Like I broken even and this and that, or lost a 5 or made a 5 or whatever. But the one time was the second Street Fest where Aries came. That's why I made a killing. And then, so what happened was at first with my album, Notbenjamin and Friends, I got an advance from Sony because I put on a distribution deal. And so what I could do with that advance, I could pay for a music video, I could do this or do that. I took the whole advance and put it into Street Fest.
Damn. That's how it's done. That's how you use the advance.
If you want to do it different, you know, it could have been a music video.
You're building your whole community for something that could have got what?
Exactly.
What? 55K views, 100K views.
Exactly.
You know, Benjamin, I'm sorry, 250,000 views. Something that could have, you know, but you saw the foresight. How do you sit back and say, yo, I'm a producer, hosted an event, made sense, keeps making sense.
Yeah.
How do you sit back and say, what's the next step? Because it's evident that you can make the music. You've made music, you've signed to a label, you've done your distro, you understand the paperwork, you've done event, you've done this. Once more for Benjamin.
So now that exact last word you use, it's time for Benjamin. It's been not Benjamin. It's been selfless. It's been giving. Yeah, it's time to receive, you know, and starting to think about myself, put myself first, be a little bit selfish. So I started making my own music. Well, I've been making my own music all along, but I've just been so selfless that I didn't share it. Yeah, now it used to be not Benjamin with the friends. Now it's Benjamin with all the enemies.
Hey, yo!
And the reason for that is because there's going to be a whole lot of enemies coming up, finding out that I want to do my own thing, you know, because people want to control you and they want you to be in their control. Once you're out of their control, they feel like it's war.
Events, right? Events. Then like getting a crib and getting a car.
Yeah.
How are you ensuring an event? Because I know if something happens at the event, you're accountable. Same thing that happened, we saw with Travis.
Yeah.
Where it's like, Travis is not intentionally doing this. People are bypassing the security system, of which was adequate. But because of the amount of people and still with proper visibility, how are you ensuring that? How are you ensuring the equipment? How are you securing?
That's the risk I take on.
How are you securing the friends?
Yeah, so that's important to hash out with the venue, make sure that there's correct security, make sure everything's straight. But that is the risk I take on. You know, when I host an event and if anything happens to anyone, I get in trouble. You know, no one else. So I always make sure that security's on point. I always make sure, you know, the venue has the right medical things in place. They have a medical kit on site. You know what I mean? Those types of things. But ultimately, it's about how you run the event. I feel maybe, for example, with Travis, there was people rushing the fences. It was this, it was that. But we can't expect Travis to be there at the security hut or whatever. You know, he's not actually on his performance. He's just performing, and then everyone else handles all that other shit. The difference in my event is I handle all that other shit and perform, you know? So I have to, every step of the way, I have to be on board for each and everything. There's not like a single thing that I miss out on. Any conversation, any meeting, any proposal, I have to, that goes through me, you know? So each and everything I take full accountability for. So that if something does go wrong and I get Travised, you know what I mean? And now my career is going down the drain, I know that it was my fault. I say, okay, well, I did, that was me, you know? Fuck, I should have checked that.
They do all this phenomenal work. People get on board with the event. Record labels have gotten on board with the music.
Yeah.
What's your worth? Creative, not your personal worth, but what's your creative worth if you had to scale it?
Because easily right now, like, yeah, easily like a 2 mil, you know, like minimum. Minimum. If you're trying to buy me
Grands or dollars?
you know, in dollars, bro, come on. But I mean rands for now. But it's like by the end of the year, dollars.
Okay.
By the end of the year, dollars.
Okay. Oh, we keep creating, right? Because I also view this platform as the vessel I never had. You view Street Fest as the vessel you never had.
Yeah.
You curating this community, this beautiful community. Does the community reflect that love that you give to it? There's, I feel like most times people do things, and it's rare that we actually experience that,
Yeah. I think for me, it comes through like seeing it at the event, you know, being at the event, seeing people enjoying it, artists pulling up and performing, you know, for free, you know, like not for free, but, you know, for free.
You're giving me access to a real hip-hop community.
Exactly. It's a real stage. Yeah, it's a real stage. And if I had the racks, best believe I pay. The one time that I did make racks, after the show, I paid everyone, like, you know, nicely. Even though I had made music for them for free or whatever, it's not even about that for me. If I can pay you, I will. You know, just like I would hope if you can pay me for this beat, you would, type of thing. But it's a thing of, I feel the appreciation from artists because they get like a real stage. They get to work with like, and meet and network with other artists. I feel a love from the fans, seeing them every month, you know. Every month you see the same, well, similar. When you see the same face every month, like, okay, this one's a real one, you know what I mean? And they show support in everything that I do. Even now that I'm dropping rap music, people aren't, it's not weird, you know what I mean? It's still all cool. I'm just waiting for one of these artists to make it weird.
You at home.
Wait, make it weird. Trust, it's gonna get weird.
So we could get Notbenjamin and enemies. So when are you doing it? How do you sustain relationships? Because now it's like, I thought you didn't book me at your thing, but that was never the conversation. Maybe it's happening in 2 months. Because like, even with the pod, there's a lot of people that love to have on. Some people have told me, yo, bro, wait 2 more months. Like even when we did it, I was like, I've always wanted it to happen. I'm glad we finally got the interactions and then we'll make it happen. For sure. How are you maintaining relationships? Because I might feel like, yo, why is my voice not on the album?
No, bro. I thought, bro, yeah, there's that exact thing with the shows. Yeah, definitely. It's why, yo, can I perform this one? Say the lineup is full and it's like, I'm being weird, you know? But at the same time, there's lots of different things that can come up. There's also artists that want to get paid, you know what I mean? But it's like, I produced your whole album, bro. I don't know if I can pay you right now. And I don't have racks, but you owe me like 100. Okay. But like, I'm not asking for it. So those types of relationship things that can fuck up, you know what I mean? Is that it could be about wanting to perform, about wanting to get paid, or about, you know, a whole lot of things, you know? So it's about communication, being able to maintain these relationships. You got to communicate. You got to say, yo, I want you to perform, but it's just full this month. I've already booked the whole lineup. There's no space, you know? I would pay you, but also this album or whatever that we're making, you know, what about that? Or what about all the music that who's getting paid? You know what I mean? We're beyond payments now. You know what I mean? I'm not the guy. I'm not going to put the money in your bank. You know what I mean? Like I am the guy, you know, for this performance or when it comes to you being the headline or whatever. But at the end of the day, this music that we're all making together and we're all, you know, like not getting paid for and we're all trying to hustle whatever we can. I'm just like you actually on this podcast, you know what I mean? Just trying to hustle with what I got, you know? I don't expect you to be able to pay me like 20K to come do this interview. You know what I mean? I don't know if podcasts usually work like that or whatever, or however the thing works. But we're figuring it out, you know what I mean? And so I'm literally figuring out this eventing thing to this day. Every day I'm figuring out I'm going to switch up now that the sponsors are getting. there's still no sponsors. And you know what? If I do get sponsors, I want to make sure that I get sponsors that will allow me to pay everyone, because it needs to be paid. You know, I want everyone to get paid nicely. I want to get paid nicely as well. I don't want to be losing money every time, because now I'm facing people talking about payments and stuff. Meantime, I just lost a 20K. You know what I mean?
So talking about losses and where's you created a landmark with Street Fest, right?
Yeah.
Do you still think we need more landmarks like that?
Yeah,
Or
hell yeah.
Or you want to chokehold it and have it for yourself?
Nah. I'm going to make more. Street Fest is just one of my events. I also have Underground. I also have Treetops, you know. I have a new one, Music on Main, which will be a first Thursday at Arts on Main.
Yeah.
First Thursday is Arts on Main, Music on Main. Yeah.
Playing music on first.
So, and I want to think of a whole lot more. I want to collaborate more, work with more people, get more artists on stage. Underground, I don't know if you've seen that event, but that's more focused on finding new artists. So that Street Fest can go more mainstream. I want to still have an underground event.
Where you capture, so you create your own incubator.
Literally,
It's development.
it's literally a development camp. Now I have the open mic. If you win the open mic, you can perform at Street Fest. I have beat battles. If you win the beat battle,
You say they gatekeeping. You're looking at the wrong place.
at the wrong whole place. And even when we have beat battles, there's this guy, Young Durag.
Yeah.
Like a 14-year-old producer. He won the whole beat battle. Now he's in studio with me and Herc. Now he's got signed. He's
Producer of the year, Herc.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I took So trying to create these opportunities to find new people. Because now, even for example, Durag, he's only 14 right now, but his whole life changed in the past 6 months. You know? And now in the next 6 years, his whole life is School Cloud's gonna be different. By the time he's in matric, he's gonna be like how we talking about her.
Yeah. Damn. Man. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because you really know what you're on about, and I love it.
Yeah.
And most importantly, man, what's your word to the youth?
I would say just remain consistent, you know, keep the belief. Don't ever stop dreaming. People like to get old and think that, you know, like we don't have any dreams anymore. So to maintain being the youth and being part of the youth, stay dreaming, achieve whatever you want. Don't let anyone hold you back. You don't need sponsors. You don't need all the things that they say you need, all these material things to like achieve your dreams. You can actually work with what you have. If you want to host a house party and have your friends rap at it, if you want to, you know, make a record, or you can find the studio equipment, you can work with what you have and do your best, you know, and then nothing can stop you. Because I feel like I don't have anything still, you know, genuinely. I feel like I'm still working just like off what I have in my bank. If my bank's empty, there's no Street Fest, you know what I mean? So it's just working with what you have and building it up, because right now Street Fest isn't there yet, but one day it'll be as big as Cotton Fest. One day it'll be as big as Rolling Loud, you know, or bigger. And I'm sure of that. But right now, it's still coming out of my pockets. So until that stops happening, you know, we're here for now. But for now, we just keep working with what we have until it gets to the level you're happy with it. So to the youth, just work. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. Stay focused, stay consistent, and just keep repetitively going at your dreams. Don't stop dreaming. Yeah.
Not Benjamin.
Thank you.
Not JUTA DE BEER.
Also, get that Benjamin, by the way. Get that Benjamin. There's Benjamin now. You know, Festive Season's out right now on SoundCloud. I dropped a music video as well. You need to check that out. I'm a rapper now. I just got my music degree in jazz piano so I can finally be a SoundCloud rapper.
Wait, before I say that, how does it feel to make music and actually haven't studied? Everyone's always like, yeah, bro, man, I learned it. So what was the difference in experience when you've been making it crazy, then you went to the next level?
Yo, it's crazy. Like when I was studying it inside school, it was hell because I'm learning new things every day. I'm like, what the hell is all of this theory? It's everything, you know, history, it's essays, theses. I wrote my thesis on Ricky, you know what I mean? The final year. And so it's about, also with school, it's about taking school and making it your own. In the final year, I'm like, okay, I can learn these songs because I enjoy them. Okay, I can write my essay on Ricky Rick because I'll actually take it seriously and be passionate about what I'm writing about. Or I can, you know, about molding it to fit what you're trying to do, because everyone else there is doing jazz and classical music, and I'm the only person in the whole school on this hip-hop shit, you know? And when I got in first year, they were like, huh.
So first year is gonna be classic.
Yeah.
Not Benjamin,
Best believe that.
not JUTA DE BEER. Check out his page, like and subscribe.
Shout out.
Don't forget to go tell your friends about it. Tell them. And this will say, yeah.